So who are your gurus, the people that you look up to that you could share with the people?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that because I was going to tell you anyway.
Good stuff. And now I know who these people are,
Yeah.
and because I looked them up on the train,
Okay.
and two of them so right, but the other, oh, hold on. Two of them I follow incessantly, but the others you've opened my eyes. So
Okay.
share with the people at home.
Let's start with the latest one that I've come across, which is Bernadette Jiwa.
Awesome lady.
She is amazing. She's Irish. She lives in Australia, in Perth. Her website is thestoryoftelling.com. She is so generous. She is so thoughtful. A wonderful person.
Does she have a line something like, if you know yourself, you're not competing? How's
That's right,
yeah.
I mean, I've sort of hijacked that a little bit with, you know, if you're competing, you don't stand out, but she's got, you know,
Yeah.
something very similar. But she is an amazing person, very generous with all her information. I highly recommend her. You know, she is great. She came to being really as a result of her mentor, if you like. He wasn't exactly a mentor, but she followed him incessantly, and that's Seth Godin. And Seth Godin is just, I mean, to me, he's a god. He is just out of this
Love
world.
his podcast, Akimbo.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
Yeah, he's just totally amazing, and so much of what he says can be applied to estate agency
So much.
and life in general. But I mean, he is just a wonderful human being.
Who are the others? Because I didn't recognise these, and you've opened my eyes.
Okay, again, one of the later ones I've come across in the last sort of 6 months to a year is Nicholas Cole. Nicholas Cole got me interested in this personal branding issue. It was a very simple statement that he made on Medium. I don't know if you know
Yes.
about Medium. I mean,
Great website.
it is, yeah. So many stories on there and so much information on there. And people who don't use Medium, they're always looking on Google or whatever. Go and look on medium.com. It's a great place to be. And I came across Nicholas Cole on Medium, and the headline that he came out with was, "If you don't have a personal brand in 3 years' time, no one will do business with you." And cut a long story short, he's basically saying that, you know, people don't trust corporate brands anymore because they think they're trying to be sold to.
Yes.
They fast forward the TV remote, they put the ad blockers on the website.
We ignore adverts.
Yeah, totally. You know, advertising is dead, which is, you know, just as an aside, makes me wonder why Purple Bricks are even bothering to advertise. But Nicholas Cole is a great person. He's got such an interesting background, but he's now very much into personal branding. Someone I follow and read an awful lot. And it's super
Who
good.
else? Who else do you follow?
The other one is a guy called Jay Acunzo, Acunzo, Jay Acunzo, and his
I googled him on the train down, but I
Yeah.
haven't watched any of his stuff.
unthinkable.com. I mean, any statement you care to think about, Jay has got an alternative view on that, and he is just an amazing thought leader, if you like. He comes out with the most amazing stuff, and the more you dig into it, the more amazing it becomes, and it's someone I've got a huge amount of time for. Last and certainly not least, but probably the most important one to me, that's been the one who shaped my thinking all the time, is a guy called Ryan Fletcher.
Not heard of him.
Right. If you look up on the website, agentmarketingsyndicate.com, he is just a phenomenal. His background, he failed as a medical student for 35 times. He finally went into copywriting, working for Agora in Florida, one of the biggest direct marketing agencies in America. And eventually he's got into the estate agency world. But he has got such a precise grasp. I mean, he's like forensic in his attention to detail in anything he gets into.
And that's a podcast.
He's got the website, and you can go into his website, but his podcast is agentmarketingsyndicate.com. He's got 103 or 105
Yes.
podcasts on there. My very favourite is the very first one, which lasts about 5 minutes. And he talks about words and the power of words. And it's just such an inspiring podcast. But he gets into all sorts of things about his pet hate is the guru party, which he calls the people who are training estate agents. You know, feels they're ripping them off with fees for delivering not much at all, and not being held accountable. But he's such a fascinating guy. And when we talk about emotion, this is a guy who's done a podcast, and he's in tears because his father's been diagnosed with a brain tumour, and he's sitting there giving his podcast, absolutely breaking down. It's quite an astounding podcast, and you think, who would do that sort of thing? You'd edit it, and you'd tweak it, do this, that, and the other, but it's raw as you can get.
Well, look at you. You're much about it.
Yeah,
Look, your body language even closed up because you feel you're getting a bit emotional now.
Yeah, it brings out the emotion, and you sort of, these things you remember. You remember the stories, you remember the emotion. You don't remember the facts, the figures.
Can you personally help estate agents with this?
With what?
Telling their brand this relationship route.
I can help them, but whether they want the help's a different matter.
Let's assume probably only 1% of them do want help.
Yep.
What can you do to help them?
Give them
Because I mean, the other night, let's be honest, the other 99, everyone should go and look at those podcasts and the websites.
Mm-hmm.
Most people will ignore them
Yeah.
because I don't need that. Well, let them get on with it, mate. You're at the back of the queue in 10 years'
I was
time.
talking about the last one, Ryan Fletcher. You've got 101 podcasts, so you've got 100 hours of listening. Very few agents are going to listen for 100 hours of conversation, but in every one of those minutes of every hour, there is something valuable.
The art is to cherry pick it and then adapt it to your life.
Sure.
One thing I've learned is in life, because I'm a huge fan of a chap called Gary Vaynerchuk, is that he says it's all about accountability and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And awareness means that obviously you know what you're good at and what you're bad at, and telling that story, sometimes you need help and accountability. I'm assuming, well, I don't assume because I know this, you can offer that help, can't you? Accountability, and also help them with their relationship route, can't you?
I can't help them with any accountability. If they can't account for themselves, then I can't help them.
But if you're writing the stuff, you'll be able to see what's being chucked
I'm
out.
doing it for them, so they don't have to be. I'm the one that has to be accountable, not them.
So they're almost paying you to be accountable. But
That's right.
but as long as the story's true, it should be okay.
You look at exactly. I mean, look at the estate agency trainers. I'm not naming any particular names, but they tell you to do this, do that, do the other. Let's have your money. They get paid. They're not accountable. They're supposedly holding the estate agent accountable. But if the estate agent can't hold themselves accountable, then they're in a bad way already.
So what can you offer them?
I can offer them help with creating their identity, moving away from being an estate agent.
Actually doing this relationship route for them,
Do the relationship route.
because they're busy doing the deals. Because we're all human beings. We're all most of us should be genuine.
Yeah.
Well, 99.
You tell me how many estate agents in the UK have got an identity. What have you seen?
Probably.
Perry Power.
Perry Power. Luke Sinclair at Leicester. You might not come across him.
I know of him. Yeah.
He was stopped in Australia
Mm-hmm.
about his Leicester videos.
Yeah, great.
I mean, this stuff works.
I'm sure.
I was walking down the street in London, and an estate agent popped his head out the door and says, "You're Chris Watkin that does the estate agency videos." I know, but it was very humbling. But if you could do that in your own town and people stop you,
Yep.
how powerful would that be?
Totally. People are coming to you for advice. They're coming to you for anything really, and it's just human to human contact.
And they'll win. They've just got to play the long game and be patient.
Yeah, I mean, you keep saying about the long game. I mean, it doesn't have to be a long game. It can.
It's not instant, is it?
It's not instant, but it can be. I mean, I met John Savage, and within an hour or two, I was
Hooked.
on him.
Top bloke.
Super guy. And,
Good stuff.
same with Nick Crayson. I mean, I met John when I was going down to see Nick Crayson in Notting Hill, and I'm chatting to Nick Crayson about his first ever instruction, and he remembered it and said, yeah, it was so and so, and the guy said to Nick, "Why should I give you the instruction when you've never been an estate agent before?" And Nick said, "Well, because I'm going to do a bloody good job for you, Lorenzo." And that, you know,
Mm.
that was all he could say.
Yeah.
He couldn't say anything else.
And you got it?
He got it, yeah.
There you go. Being away from people.
Yeah.
Chris, you've been amazing. Cheers.
Thank you.